Understanding the feeling of not being a priority for others is a common but frustrating experience. You've done something good, made a valuable contribution, and yet nobody seems to recognize your merits. This is exactly the feeling that Stoicism teaches us to overcome. The Stoics tell us that recognition from others is beyond our control, and that seeking it can only lead to frustration. In this introduction to our series on powerful psychological strategies, we'll explore methods that can not only help you get the recognition you deserve, but also establish you as a priority in the lives of those who matter to you. By applying the 9 steps we're about to present, you can make those around you see you as an indispensable pillar of their daily lives. So get ready to change your perspective and learn how to transform this situation. Hold on to your hats. Every step is crucial, and to that end, I invite you to stay with us until the end of this video. Let's dive into the first step of this transformation together. Strategy 1. To get someone to consider you a priority, it can be effective to create a fear of losing you. This principle is based on a well-known psychological tendency. People are often more afraid of losing what they have than of acquiring what they don't have. Start by distancing yourself emotionally. Share your feelings and confidences less, and divide your time between several people. This change in behavior may lead him to realize that you're not as available as you used to be, which may encourage him to attach more importance to you. This technique should be used with caution, however. Too much distance could lead him to abandon the idea of winning you back. Balance is therefore essential. It's all about subtly showing that your presence in their life is precious, without becoming so distant as to break the bond. It's a delicate dance between demonstrating your importance and maintaining your own space. Strategy 2. Select the quality of your availability rather than the quantity. This approach is relevant in many areas of life, including personal relationships. If you want to become someone important in someone's life, it's essential to manage your availability. Too constant a presence can lead to being taken for granted. This doesn't mean that you should only make yourself available when it's convenient for you, but rather that if you find yourself always adapting to the needs of others, it's time to put yourself first. Make it clear that your life doesn't revolve around them alone, and that you have your own activities and passions. This will teach them to value the time they spend with you more. Finally, keep some mystery about yourself. Don't reveal everything, because a little bit of the unknown can increase their appreciation and interest in you. Strategy 3. The appeal of mystery. People are naturally drawn to the enigmatic and mysterious. Curiosity about the unknown can be powerful and often strengthens bonds. In relationships, retaining an element of mystery is advantageous if you want to be taken seriously. Rather than revealing everything about your life from the outset, drop hints about your passions and interests without revealing too much. Answer questions evasively and don't go into too much detail about your life. The aim is to pique the other person's interest and encourage them to want to know more about you over time. With this approach, they'll begin to see you as an important part of their lives. Strategy 4. Encourage others to invest in you. This is a subtle approach that needs to be carefully managed. The idea is not to drive people away, but to attract them. Think about it. Who's more likely to consider you a priority? Someone who has invested a lot in you, or someone who hasn't? The answer is clear. To be seen as important, it's essential to allow the other person to invest in the relationship. This can take many forms. For example, let them spend time organizing plans with you and show that your time is valuable by not always responding immediately. Make them feel they have to value and wait for your presence. By adopting this attitude, you're sending out the signal that you're not acquired so easily and that they'll have to make an effort to earn your time. This will position you as a challenge and increase their willingness to give you a prominent place in their lives. It's crucial to use this strategy sparingly. Too much emphasis could have the opposite effect. Strategy 5. Put your needs first. This doesn't mean being selfish. Putting your needs first means avoiding putting yourself in a situation where you're not treated as a priority. If you know someone doesn't respect you as you deserve, why seek out their company? By choosing to surround yourself with people who value you, you increase your chances of being considered essential to their lives. It's crucial to understand that you can't control how others feel about you, but you can control how much you value yourself. If you want to be a priority to someone, start by being a priority to yourself. This creates a solid foundation on which others can build their respect and appreciation for you. Strategy 6. Don't be the central focus of your own life. The attraction of the unattainable is a well-known phenomenon. People often value what is beyond their reach. The adage, "the grass is greener elsewhere," illustrates the fascination with what is beyond our reach. This is also true in human relationships. Keeping this wisdom in mind is crucial in your interactions. This sixth step invites you to practice a form of strategic withdrawal, leaving space for the other person to crave and desire your presence. This will convey the idea that you're not in a desperate quest for their attention, and over time, they'll learn to value you more. Strategy 7. Reassess who takes the initiative in communication. If you find that you're always the one initiating conversations with a significant person in your life, it may be time to reconsider this dynamic. This may seem counterintuitive, especially if you're looking to be seen as a priority to someone. However, being systematically at the origin of exchanges can lead the other person to take you for granted, accustomed to your efforts without valuing them properly. So what's the alternative? Test the water by stopping initiating conversations. Observe the reaction. If the person really cares about you, they'll take over and try to establish contact. This may reveal the value they really place on your relationship. Strategy 8. Cultivate your own happiness. To become a priority in someone's life, it's crucial to forge your own source of joy and not rely on others for happiness. While the support of another person is invaluable, relying exclusively on them for our well-being can lead to disappointment. Indeed, depending on others for our happiness means that we're not living our lives, but according to their schedules and priorities, which can lead to resentment. Finding your own path to happiness is fundamental to your personal fulfillment. Not only will this make you happier in the long term, it will also increase your attractiveness to others. You'll be perceived as a more balanced, self-confident person. Strategy 9. Be ready to walk away. The idea of walking away from someone you care about may seem scary, but it's an important step. By showing that you're not afraid to walk away, you're sending the message that you won't accept anything less than what you deserve. The right person will naturally see you as a priority and will make the effort to keep you in their life. Always remember that your role is to do what's right, what's within your reach. So you should be aware that your actions are right, even if they're not always recognized or valued by others. Give it time, and naturally people will start to notice you and value you as you deserve. As we embarked on this journey through 9 fundamental strategies for becoming a priority in the lives of others, we explored various ways of strengthening our presence in the world around us. Each of these strategies shares a common thread: the recognition of our own value and the importance of placing ourselves at the heart of our concerns. We've all experienced times when we felt relegated to the background, when our importance seemed diminished in the eyes of those around us. However, these experiences should not define our self-esteem or intrinsic worth. On the contrary, they should serve as a springboard for deep introspection and further personal development. Prioritizing ourselves is not an act of selfishness. Rather, it's an act of self-respect and self-compassion. By cultivating our own happiness and recognizing our worth, regardless of external validation, we become beacons of positivity and confidence. This inner light naturally draws others to us, making us a priority in their lives simply by virtue of our radiance. It's essential to understand that the quest for recognition and priority must not lead us to compromise our integrity or our values. Every interaction, every relationship must be filtered through the prism of our self-respect. By putting into practice the strategies discussed, by valuing our time, by cultivating our mystery, by allowing others to invest in us, and above all, by being prepared to walk away when our value is not recognized, we set standards for how we wish to be treated. This process of self-pride is not always linear. It requires courage, patience, and an unshakable will to remain true to oneself. But the journey is well worth it. By becoming a priority for ourselves, we invite others to see us through the same prism of value and respect. As we close this exploration, remember that the journey towards self-pride is infinite. There will be days when you feel less than a priority, but these moments are reminders to return to these fundamentals. Cultivate your happiness, surround yourself with people who recognize your worth, and keep moving forward with confidence and compassion for yourself. Thank you for sharing this journey with me. If these strategies have inspired you, I encourage you to apply them in your life and observe the positive transformations that follow. Don't forget to like this video if it brought you value and subscribe for more enriching content. Your journey to self-pride begins now. See you soon.